All right, going now?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Oh, hey guys. Well, I got a special, awesome guest here, Jonah. How's it going, Jonah? And so yeah, this is actually for one of my last videos, man, for clarinet, like lesson videos. This is crazy. And this time, all the things I've been learning about, all that weird stuff, like crossing the break and all that, I'm going to be trying to show my awesome friend Jonah how we do this.
All right.
And the goal, so Jonah, the goal today, I was going to tell you, will basically be like, it won't have to be like anything crazy, just trying to get like some sound out, just like, you know, like get some notes, like G, F, and stuff like that. But first, man, so I'm going to show you, Jonah, like first I'll demonstrate how to like assemble it and just kind of, because there's a certain way to do it, and then we'll have you give it a shot.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so Jonah, this, in simple terms, basically, this is just called the lower section. Do you have any ideas, like why they might call it that, or?
Is it because it's lower?
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, okay, that's part of it. Okay, Jonah, do you have any, why else do you think it might be? Like, that's definitely a big part of it, but there's also like another.
Is it lower in pitch or lower down on the instrument?
Yes, it's actually, yeah, you got that. When you said lower in pitch, it's both, because these three holes, it'll be your left hand that works, like that goes down, if that makes sense, Jonah. So if you can envision, like when I put the top part
right
on,
hand's up here, or
yeah, so it's kind of like the left. So yeah, the reason like you want to grab this first is like it's like the biggest piece, but it's also kind of a a basis for how we're gonna assemble the rest of it.
Okay.
So Jonah, let's try. So I'm gonna start. So like, do you think this? Let's try this first. Do you think this will? Does this look like it's actually gonna work? Or
doesn't look like it unless you push hard enough.
Okay, so guys, this is kind of crazy. So, Jonah, that was actually a good call. I know it's pretty obvious, but it's like whatever. It's like, even though these both have those same corks, like Jonah, I think you kind of noticed this too. Jonah, I was like, you have to get that smaller side fitting in here, because if you try to like force it in, it could like ruin, they call these like the bridge keys and all that. It can like jam them and stuff. So yeah, so that was good, Jonah. So you basically take, oh yeah, and this is the upper section, just because higher pitches, it's upper, so. Yeah. And you want to just screw that in, so that notch right there, you see, I don't know how that fits in. You just want to get that like nice and even.
Nice and snug.
Snug, I like it. Get those holes lined up, these tone holes. All right, guys, and the next, so the next piece we're going to grab, this is the bell. It's pretty awesome, a little bell there. So, Joe, what you'll be doing, like when you assemble it, is just you take that bell piece and just screw that in. So you want to, it doesn't have to be exact lineup, but just like try if you can to get it lined up with the words, the upper section, because then otherwise it's going to be all weird, and the bell will be here, and it'll just be like, really weird. And then what you would do next is actually take, it's called a little barrel here, and you just twist that on pretty easy. Try to line that up with like the tone holes and stuff, because you're basically like lining up how the air is going to come through. Okay. That's pretty easy. Pretty explanatory. You got this, Jonah. And then you'll have you do it. Okay, so I'm gonna so we're gonna get the reed, and this metal thing is called the ligature. Fancy word. But I'm actually gonna stop here, Jonah. Then I'll take it apart and then have you put it together up to this point, and then what do you think, Joe? You got it, and then we'll work on getting the reed and the ligature on there, because it's an interesting separate thing. What do you think, Jonah?
All right, I think we can do this.
Got this.
Hopefully.
You got this order. Guys, what do you think? Can Jonah do it?
You can do it.
Right. Nice. All right. God, thanks for doing this, Jonah. This is awesome.
Thanks for believing in me, Nick.
Gotcha, man.
Need the support.
Gotcha. So I'll just kind of reset everything. All right, Jonah. So see what you can remember.
Okay. Well, this is the lower section. This is the upper section. Does that work? I don't know.
Oh.
That doesn't work, so it must be this one. But it doesn't work that way, so it's this way.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be. You want to line up the hole somewhere. Where's the little notch?
Oh boy.
Am I missing a piece?
Doing good. You're doing good, Joe. See if you can figure it out.
Okay.
Think about it. You got this. I know you got this. Just look.
There we go.
Oh.
There's the notch.
Guys, ooh. He's got it. What's he doing next?
Notch.
Just found that notch.
In.
Ooh.
Nice and snug.
Yeah, there you go. Right down snug, right? You got this.
Real snug. And then this is going to go somewhere. This end, probably. You want to line up the labels.
Hey, there you go. Nice. Looking good.
Otherwise, it'll look dumb. You don't want to look dumb when you're playing a clarinet. And then,
I've been there. Right, you got this, Jonah.
This
think
goes
about
on
it
first.
Yes. Guys, very important, because Jonah, that was a good correction, because some people, not anyone here has done this, I might have done it once, but yeah, we would actually try to actually force that mouthpiece through that upper section, and yeah, it ain't good. So good call there, right, Jonah? Good call.
Good thing.
He's getting them lined up too. Nice.
Yeah, you got to make sure you have all the labels lined up. Otherwise, the notes won't even happen.
Yeah,
so
it's weird.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sweet. So, Joe, you got up to the part. All right. Now, Joe, this the next piece, interesting. So, Joe, we're gonna have. Oh crap. Okay. Because I obviously want to be playing. You'll be playing because unless you the whole wet thing. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
Oh yeah.
But so, Joe, what I'm gonna have you do, because I cleaned this off earlier, is you're gonna actually have it put it in your mouth. Like, don't bite it or anything, but just kind of have it. You want to get the reed wet, if that makes sense, because you want to get it like warmed up, basically. It makes it easier when you play. So just kind of stick it in a little bit, like halfway, and then don't bite down or anything. Just have it like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just kind of have it rest there if you don't, like that. So just kind of like have it on there just for a little bit as we're doing this, because it's a little awkward, but it kind of like when the reed gets wet, it just kind of helps with when you're playing and stuff. But all right, so John, while you're doing that, I'm gonna.
You gotta get the reed nice and moist first.
Yep. So you guys, Jonah knows, man, right? He knows what's going on. And so this, so Joe, this, do you remember what this was called?
I have a big fancy name that started with an A.
Too close. L.
L. It was called the ligature.
Bro. Yeah, I know, that's fancy, seriously. And honestly, I don't know why they call it ligature, but we're rolling with it. We're just going, hey, ligature. You know what I'm saying? That sounds cool. All right, I think Jonah's getting that wet. Should be pretty close. So, all right, so John, then we'll, I'll kind of just, you don't have to try this part. It's kind of weird. Like, we can just kind of do it together. So this ligature here, there's a line it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can see that, like a little, it's like right under that label, just like a black line. Usually it's kind of good to have it down further on that line, because if you have it up here too much, it's harder to it'll choke up on the reed. It's just harder to, you know what I'm saying? Which it probably looks that way because it's harder to get air through the cement. So you just.
That one in his mouth.
Oh, wait, Jordan did?
I don't know.
No, I'm just okay, guys. I was close. Don't worry, don't worry. I got you, guys. Trust me, I will. Don't worry. Jonah's got this thing. Okay.
I'm getting slippery.
And so, yeah, there you go. Okay. And so then you just want to have it down here, Jonah, and just kind of try to get it lined up with this mouthpiece, and the reed will help us do that. So what we're gonna do, I think, all right, Jonah, we should be good with the reed if you want to pop that sucker out.
All right.
What we're gonna do? Okay, now, Jonah. So this part, yeah. So the important thing to note when sliding it in, because I loosened it up, is you actually don't want to push. It's tempting, you want to push down from the top, but like I was saying earlier, if you do, it'll chip, and then you can't get any sound out. So just
the big thick end goes in first, right?
Yes, yeah, that's right. And just make sure, just try it. It's kind of hard, just getting the fingers
Does it go this way or this way?
Oh, good call. So Jonah, check it out. So that side that's slanted, you actually want to flip it. So flip it, and you want that, kind of that slanted side to actually go in facing you, if that makes sense. Okay. Because what's going to look like, Joe, in the end, is you're going to actually have the mouthpiece we shouldn't be able to see, if that makes sense, because it'll be facing you.
This part?
Yeah, because you'll be blowing on it, so it's like.
Okay.
That's pretty.
So,
yeah,
let's see
if you can. Yeah, try not to too hard, and I'll show you another way too that might work.
Jeez, how far is this supposed to? It's really tight.
Oh yeah, so Joe,
loosen this.
Yeah, so just loosen that. And sometimes this works. I'm trying to think. What you want to do, John? Sorry, I should have clarified that better. And it didn't chip too bad because the top part's fine. Is you actually want to try to slide it in this.
Oh, it goes in that.
Yeah. So I forgot to explain. So this thing is just kind of on the edge of the mouthpiece. It's just the ligature's holding it. That's just so it can lean against it.
Okay.
So yeah, you want to try to get it in between this ligature, and sometimes it's kind of hard to get. So
pull it up and slide back down.
Yeah, so John, if you want to, so what we can do too is this might be an easier way. I didn't think of this before. Is you can try just holding the reed in place.
Well, we go like this.
Yeah, or
we slide it down.
Does that make sense? So yeah, so slide it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, to that line, and then you want to be careful. Yeah, just don't push on the top. It'll chip. You know what I'm saying, guys.
Do we want it to be flush with the top here?
Yes. And actually, you can even, depending, because I don't know how your when you're we'll figure it out when you start blowing on it, with how your mouth adjusts to it. But yeah, you want that, and you can even have it slightly above the mouthpiece if that's comfortable for you. Not too far, but yeah, just does that make sense?
Is that a good spot? Can we leave it there?
That actually does look good, yeah, because it's mostly flush and it's barely sticking out. And then just tighten it, yeah. And it doesn't have to be extremely tight, because that might strip it. But John, just make sure.
All right, there we go.
All right, and guys, so that's the assembly. So that's half the battle. All right, Johnny, ready? This is gonna be cool.
All right, here we go.
Sound. Okay. So John, I'm gonna have you so
Moment
sit.
of truth.
Moment of truth, folks. Here we go. So John, what you're gonna do is we're gonna start sitting on the edge here, because So one thing that's interesting, Joe, is like I did this too my first day, so I had to learn second day. Is like a lot of times it's easy to like want to play like with your head down.
Okay.
So let's try that actually first. You know, let's just try like some different ideas, and then until we can get to the right solution.
Should I blow?
Yeah. So what you're gonna do, Joe? So actually don't cover any holes. Because what that is, if you just blow through, that'll be a G. Okay. And that's like your main pitch. That's your
It's
starting
not
pitch.
making any noise.
Yeah, so do this. So what you do, just don't have your fingers. You don't have to have them like way out, but just have them like above those. They call them like the tone holes because that's where the notes come out.
Yep.
So just don't like cover any holes, and then just blow through to try to get that G. Getting the G. So you see how that adjusts? You try to go for then go up. Like it's fun. There's an experiment. If you adjust your head, you'll see how the pitch like changes.
No way.
Depending on where your position. So like start low. Yeah. It's harder, yeah. See, Jonah, it's kind of like going.
Yeah, it sounds like the same pitch.
Changing. Yeah, Jonah, do it again. See, Jonah, it started a little flat and then it went up. Do you see that? Don't you notice that?
So you're supposed to feel that buzzing against your lip.
Yes. Also, Jonah, important thing too. So play again. So you know your cheeks are puffing out a little bit. You feel free. Yeah. What you can actually do is just like you can actually relax even more. Like what I still struggle with this. It's easy to be like really trying to blow air, but it makes it because when you're playing harder notes, it'll make it a lot harder to get sound. So I try to it's kind of like a fish face, but you can have your teeth resting like on that mouthpiece. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, like your teeth on there, and try to like tuck in your lip. That makes sense. Oh yeah, you can have your fingers off the holes. They're good.
I'm not putting any holes.
Yeah. Try to get that. There you go. Does that make sense? Or does it feel a little better? Like it's kind of having because it's mainly like it's mostly lips going on, but your top teeth can like touch the mouthpiece there a little bit. If that makes sense. Just try to get
Oh, if I kind of put it farther back, it works better too.
Yeah, and Jonah, even try. Yeah, see that. Jonah, that's actually I was gonna address that. Like Jonah, that was actually a part of the thing.
Trumpet now.
Is because like so guys, what's interesting? I call this the squeak. Annoying your mom point of the clarinet. So this is where the squeak point, that might annoy your parents when you're practicing or whatever. I don't care. But so what, Jonah, that was cool that you actually were doing that because even though that's like not the sound we're wanting, that kind of shows you, Jonah, where you should adjust like how much they call it like mouthpiece in your mouth. So it's like how much of the mouthpiece like are you putting a bunch of it in your mouth? You're gonna get like that squeak. If it's like too little, like barely, like so, Jonah, try to like barely put like on the very tip, it's like choke back even further than that. Like just just a little. See, Jonah, it's hard to get like you can't even play. So it's like that. Does that make sense? Like that part you had earlier was right. Just kind of that balance.
But that squeak point is actually the key to playing metal clarinet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's the equivalent of like pinch harmonics. You get those squealies.
Oh wait, you know what? Okay, guys,
get those squealies in there.
That's interesting, especially when we're like, Jonah, especially if we're gonna go to like atonal, we're gonna be like, yo, we gotta get those squeak pitches. Like, and guys, Jonah was doing metal there. He was going hard.
Especially if you want to sound like Squidward too, yeah.
Oh, I know, guys. If you want to be Squidward, yeah, dude. But yeah, okay, so Jonah, do you want to try out getting some notes down from the G now?
Yeah, let's go down.
Okay, so Jonah, one thing we're going to do, so how we were talking about the head, is like it helps a lot too, like, and you actually got this pretty well, I think, how you had your clarinet here. Like, if you have your head, you don't have to be like way up, but you can have, if you have your head kind of like just straight out, if that makes sense, it's actually easier the air to go up, because if you're down, like, you know what I'm saying, Jonah, kind of like blocks it up, so if you just try to like keep it a little straight, like kind of looking straight up pointing the wall, and you can even have your clarinet, like it doesn't have to be like way down, but you can have it like maybe there or whatever works for you. Okay, Joe, did that feel good? Because that was actually a good sound. That was a good. Okay, so Joe, ready to go down from that G?
I'm ready to go down.
All right, guys,
Let's go down.
We're going down. We're getting crazy. It's just we're getting dirty. All right, so we're not that dirty, but all right. Sorry, Joe. Okay, so Joe, so for the F, you want to cover. So this isn't. So this hole is kind of hard to see. You probably seen it earlier. You just want to have. You just having your thumb covering that first hole. That's your F.
That's F.
Yeah, that tone. So you just cover that hole and then So blow through. See if you can get it. That's your F. Yeah, just play between those two notes a little bit, John. So just try to get used to that. Oh, trill, guys. Metal, man. Joe, is that cool though? That feels so. It's honestly like not too crazy at first. It's just kind of getting that hole covered. So, Jonah, let's see if you get this pattern. Oh, Ooh, fancy. Very,
yeah.
very fancy trails there. All right, so what we're doing next, so John, you want to try, this next part's going to be cool. And I think I think you're learning pretty quick, so I think you'll get this pattern pretty easily. So Jonah, next, I'll ask you first. So the next one obviously would be, we're going down like G, F, E, E. So Jonah, what do you think the holes we would cover for the E? Based on like what we've been doing?
Dude,
like,
I have no idea. It's such a mess of like
just
random
things.
things.
I mean, any guesses, Jonah, like what the E
Well, if this was F,
Mm-hmm.
we want to go down a half step more.
Yep.
So let's see.
Half step.
This one.
Try it. Let's just try it. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I want you to
let's
discover it. Let's find out. Let's discover it.
Oh, wait, that wasn't even the F. Where did the F go?
Jordan, you got this. Remember. You got it. Come on. You got it. Just one hole, man. One hole. Guys.
Was it? Oh.
Jordan.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Make sure it's covered.
Wait, that was a
fully covered.
That was a half step
back hole.
Oh, with my thumb?
Yeah, you're fully covered. Yeah, guys, that's another thing. If you don't have the hole fully covered and there's air leakage through, the pitch will sound.
Oh, that was like a half step?
Yeah, it'll be a half step.
So you can do half step and then cover it to whole step?
Yes. So
Okay.
that whole step is the full cover.
Like that.
Oh, that's it. That's cool.
All right, now let's find that E though.
E. Okay, now Jordan, right now Jordan. So where were we thinking? So you were thinking. Now that was close.
I'm
Jordan.
gonna guess it's this. Let's try it.
Okay, try it again. Okay, let's shoot it again. Now because he's.
Nope.
Oh
That
no.
went back up.
Higher. Now Jonah, here's what's interesting. So if that went higher, what do you think might take you lower to that E? Because remember, we're going lower. If we're going from that G to F, we're gonna go to a lower E. That was yeah.
So lifting it off holes goes higher, and covering holes goes lower.
Yes. So what are you
covering
thinking, John?
this,
What are you
so
thinking?
now we want to cover
So
another
it's
hole. So this covers those ones. We'll probably want to do this maybe.
Try it. I'm not gonna tell you. I want you.
So we'll go from G to F to E. Let's see this.
Yes. Let's do it. Let's see it. So starting to
Close? No?
Okay, John. Honestly, it was close, but that's
like
actually
E.
not the correct hole. It was a little lower than E. I think like D sharp range or something, but like.
Really? It sounded like a.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's a close step again, isn't it?
Yeah, but Jonah, you have the right idea. That is very close.
Okay.
It is another hole for
This
that.
one?
Try it, guys. We're gonna figure it out. Oh, yeah, get that G lower. Yeah.
Where did my hole go? There it is.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Get that hole. Get that air.
There's the E.
That's the E, folks. See,
Ladies
Jonah.
and gentlemen.
Wait,
the E.
gentlemen, ladies. This is. So, John, what are you thinking? So for the D. Yes. See, come on, John.
Oh, I lost.
Yeah, just get that air. And don't remember, you can even have your head up a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and the C. Don't see you finish on that C. You got this.
This one?
See it.
Oh.
Yeah. Back up. What do you think? Joe? Back up. You got this. Folks,
Ladies
he got
and gentlemen, the best teacher in the world.
Guys, Jonah, the awesome. Jonah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Jonah, real quick, let's do a quick, you do a little happy dance, get excited. Woo, Jonah. And then, so Jonah, now we'll just take it apart real quick. We can, okay, Jonah, right? Like, so we can put it back in there. All right. Now, Jonah, it's pretty, and I'll wipe off the read stuff. But, yeah, so what we do, Jonah, so it just starts, it's the opposite before. So we're just gonna, I'll just do this ligature part real quick, just because and we'll, and I'll wash these and stuff. And then we'll just, take the ligature part off first, so we'll just get that out of the way. So Jonah, since we started with like the lower section and stuff, and we put it together, like how do you think we'd start with like taking it apart?
I'll put this on last. We can take this on last.
Okay.
Or first. Take this off.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because we're kind of reversing it. Yeah.
That went somewhere.
Yeah, put it in there. There you go.
And this.
Nice. Yep. Right in there.
Then we did this, I think.
Yeah, I think you got that. Yeah, there you go. So, John, pretty self-explanatory. Like nothing too crazy. It's like once you put it on, it's like,
not too bad.
Sure, it's not. I mean, guys, honestly, like it's crazy. Just don't overthink it. Don't underthink it. Don't even think it really. I mean, we'll think it, but yeah.
I don't know which way this goes.
Yeah, go for it, Joe. So yeah, you just want that fatter side on the facing the fatter side of this. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. And then just ligature in there. Well, Jonah, thanks, man. Definitely.
Thanks,
Thanks for letting me do this. It was super fun. And guys, signing out. See ya. Yeah. Push that red button there, Nick. The record button.